very, very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express as we introduce you to our very brand new studio. We're very happy to have moved in. Everything looks amazing. Yeah. It's plush and very luxurious, just as we like it.
Love it.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
I know.
Oh,
Good
my
to
darling.
see you.
We're having such fun on this Wednesday. We're bringing you music. We're bringing you financial management. There's so much on the show. Plus, I want to find out from you on social media. What do you think about our brand new space? Do you love it? Do you have any tips and tricks? Any interior designers out there? Tweet us, Instagram us, Facebook us. We'll be reading your comments.
So as we come to the end of another Inspiring Youth Month, today on the show, we meet award-winning entrepreneur Emmanuel Bonoko to talk about his foundation that has donated over 17,000 books to schools, NGOs and prisons across South Africa. So we chat to him about fostering leadership, youth empowerment and entrepreneurship. Plus we meet super talented musician Jabzz Dimitri, who will be performing his new single, These Words.
Absolutely looking forward to all of that. And then we chat to legendary Sipho Hotstix Mabuse and mega superstar rapper Coolie Chana about their music mentorship at the Amped Icon sessions that took place in Johannesburg recently. And joining in on the conversation is John Manyike, who is Old Mutual's head of financial education, and he'll be sharing some insights that have come from these sessions.
Amazing. Yeah. Today's show is going to be lit. And later we, of course, chat to the Face of Ponds competition winner, 2018 Sipho Mhlanga, who shares her tips on preparing your skin for a big event.
I need all those tips, honey. Now you can reach out on social media platforms and tell us what band name you would give Khuli Chana and, of course, the legend Mr. Sipho Hotstix Mabuse. If they were to start one, tweet us using the hashtag Afternoon Express and at Afternoon Chat and comment on our Facebook page.
Amazing. In, have a seat. Now, Old Mutual aims to provide the launchpad needed for new artists to achieve their dreams and be their exceptional best. Amped Icon mentors Sipho Hotstix Mabuse and Khuli Chana took to the stage last night to share their Amped Icon hero conversation. They are with us today alongside Old Mutual's Head of Financial Education, Dr. John Manyike, or Mr. John Manyike, to share the powerful insights that came from this. How are you?
Good. I'll take it.
It's just because you look so smart today. Welcome to the Loft. Wow, we've got absolute legends in the Loft today. We're very excited to have you. So I think it was at one of the AMP sessions that you said that, you know, we're busy being entertained by these musicians, but nobody's in the business is taking care of them and their financial safety and security. So how does Old Mutual aim to do this?
So we have a full-on program that is going to focus on giving financial education to young and upcoming artists, including the well-established artists, because there are a lot of challenges in the music industry. So this is our way as Old Mutual to bring music and the power of knowledge together, you know, to try and empower people to make the right decision. Because the reality is, the dream of becoming rich and famous tends to overshadow the need to actually be rational and make informed financial decisions. There is a lack of financial literacy for musicians. They don't understand.
Learning to do. So the business of the entertainment business is so important. Have you guys gone through any contracts or business decisions that you wish you could have done differently?
Well, I have quite a few of them. I think the advantage I probably had was I had an education of some sort. But, you know, listening to what you're saying, the biggest challenge is for an artist to try to be everything. And I always emphasize the importance of having management, having someone that has an interest in you, not only because you are a source of income for them, but at the same time they also have a personal interest in what you do, so that they deal with those kind of things. Now, you create a greater team that way, that you concentrate on what you know best and he does what he knows best. And somewhere along the line, both of you will benefit from that experience.
That's brilliant advice. And I think contracts are really important, like knowing what you're going to do in the divorce before you get married, I think is vital. So, I mean, where do you think a lot of musicians get it wrong when they're planning their financial future?
Yeah, I think the fact that people don't consult a lot, they don't try to talk to experts, whether it's a lawyer or to speak to a financial advisor. But any information that you can get before you make that decision is very important. A lot of us, not just artists, we are where we are because we didn't listen.
Yeah.
So we need to listen to somebody who's actually been there before.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're going to be mentoring as well. So you're just going to be available to anybody at the studios. How does it work?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to be there. I'm going to dedicate some time to, develop artists, listen, jam, give some advice. However, I mean, for me, it's just an opportunity to, pass on all the knowledge, all the wisdom that I have. And I'm also going in there as a student, because there's a lot to learn. Just from the hero conversation, I just soaked in so much.
Amazing.
And
Did you, either of you, have any mentors when you were starting out in business and in music?
Not really. I always talk to people about the system of education in this country, where for black people, economics was not a non-starter. People were not ever educated around economics. You either had to become a lawyer or a doctor or a nurse or a teacher. So when it came to being an economist, which invariably the music industry is all about making all these records and selling them and all this income that comes through. Suddenly you're faced with this huge this deluge of money coming through from all sources, but you don't know how to manage it. And this was one of the things that we were challenged with, not being able to, get the right type of education through, to deal with finances and so on. And it has been always the challenge. It's why I always say to people, if I knew what I know now about money,
what would you have done differently?
I probably would have bought this whole TV station.
But you know what? It is an issue. I think when you get successful all of a sudden, it's very difficult to think of what life is going to be like for you later, because you're living the rock and roll. You just want to, have the flashy car and the bling and the woman and the parties.
Trust me, this problem is not only South Africans.
No.
South African.
Everybody.
I read. This whole industry is littered with people who've made millions. But somewhere along the line, they have this manager, who doesn't understand probity, and then he just goes out and spends the money of the artist. I mean, a classic example, Billy Joel.
Oh.
500, $1 million,
He's a
$100
legend.
million dollars taken,
Sure.
and he didn't even know where he disappeared to.
Sure. Well, it probably went to legal cases, because didn't he smack one of his wives? So sorry, Billy Joel, too bad.
Oh, he deserves it.
He deserves it.
No. But that's what I'm saying. But he's not the only one. There's quite a few of them.
I think for musicians, we've always been susceptible to like squandering cash, because you have to understand, if you make what somebody makes in a month, now I make it in like 15 minutes sometimes.
Yeah. Are you married?
No. So in 15 minutes, you make what somebody makes in 30 days. And that's like every weekend.
Sure.
So you start thinking, nah, I should be all right.
You think it's going to be forever.
You think it's going to be forever. So I got lucky. You asked about a mentor, Kabelo Bogalove. I'll always be forever grateful. Because he's just one of the guys who gave me a call and said, yo, listen, this thing is not forever. So gave me some numbers, found me a financial advisor, and things started to shape up from there.
That's so important, because having somebody that you can trust and somebody who's going to go through your contracts that you trust. But gentlemen, we're going to continue this conversation. I can speak to you forever. I'm so lucky to have the three of you here today. So an innovative and engaging cultural springboard of raw, inspiring, practical financial guidance and coaching for aspiring musicians. We will eagerly be following what's happening at the Old Mutual AMP Studios and sharing it with you right here on Afternoon Express.
Absolutely. As promised, we have the incredible Coolie Chana and the legend himself, Sipho Hotstix, throughout the show. An incredible, spectacular performance at the end. So do not move a muscle. And that's not the only greatness we have in store for you. We've got award-winning Emmanuel Bonoko that has created a foundation that is moving and inspiring so much. So you definitely want to stay tuned. That's not the only thing that is new. Besides this hairdo, we've got incredible new laughter. I hope you're enjoying it. See you after the break.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, throughout this month, we have been featuring young South Africans doing great things for their communities. And Emmanuel Bonoko is definitely someone who embodies just that. At the age of just 19, he started his very own foundation with the aim of serving others and fostering leadership. He joins us now to chat about entrepreneurship and mentorship and the great work that his foundation has been doing. Welcome to the Love.
What a great honor to be here.
Oh, we love having you here because
Thank
you are
you.
so totally inspiring.
Yeah.
Now, I think a lot of people have the fantasy of becoming an entrepreneur without
Yeah.
actually knowing what goes into it.
Absolutely.
Where did your love for entrepreneurship come from? And what was your plan when you were young, deciding that you were going to be a businessman?
Yeah, sure. My journey has been very inspiring and very encouraging on its own.
Yeah.
I was raised by a single parent. My mom, she was a domestic worker,
Yeah.
and may soul rest in peace. But I never knew that I'm going to be the great man that I am today. But when I was young, I had such great mentors
Yeah.
within my space, and which they were able to encourage me as a young leader that, you know what, when you go and pursue your studies, but you must do something that is beyond the norm. How about,
Yeah.
you start a foundation that, is going to outlive you and have impact within your community.
Yeah.
And when I was 19, that's where I was able to establish the Bonoko Foundation, which has done incredible work over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that your mom was so instrumental as well in just building you up to become the man that you are today.
Yeah.
Did she get to see your success?
Absolutely, absolutely. She's been part of my journey, and she taught me so much, how to, just become an incredible young man, how to serve, and also just to use the small you have, to go out and make an impact. So she was part of my journey. She has seen me achieve, beyond my understanding, and she taught me so much, about life as a whole.
There's something to be said about dedicating a part of your life to service, and I think you've done so much of that in your life. So at age 19, the Bonoko Foundation, what does it do?
Yeah. Okay. So when I was 19, I came with the initiative of collecting books.
Yeah.
And I told my friends and some of my mentors that, I want to, collect books, but go back in township, just to embrace, the culture of reading amongst young people.
Reading is the most important thing. Education and reading, so important.
Yeah, but I never saw the bigger picture that
Yeah.
what might come out of the book drive, and, over the years, we're able to donate over 17,000 books across South Africa. And from the
Incredible.
book drive initiative, the momentum just grew, and we went to even start to mentor young people.
Yeah.
The list is endless. One has done so much.
So what is your trick with, like, you can give a classroom books. How do you inspire them to read?
So for me, what I used to do before, at first,
Yeah.
I just used to collect books and just drop them. And the teachers, start to, mentor and have engagement with them. And also just use your story that it is possible, but also just to encourage young people that we are the change that we want to see in our communities.
Yeah.
Because most of the time we spend time blaming, our background, blaming the government. And for me, it's like, I need to take it upon my shoulder, to inspire the next black child that we can do it, And it's
Beautiful.
not always about money, because we got this perception as young people that you need to make a lot of money before you can go back and serve the communities. And for me, I was still starting up. I was not making money at all.
Yeah.
But, one has done well and, to really have an impact.
But I think that's a huge misconception about entrepreneurship. They think when you work for yourself, when you're a businessman, you're just going to make money. Where actually, your own business, it'll take years before you actually start seeing money.
Yeah. For me, also, it's been quite a journey. And over the years, obviously, I have involved and embarked on other business interests. But, I've learned about the power of being able to ask for help, that there's not what we call a self-made. And, most of young people, when they see all my achievement over the years, they think that, there's something special about him. But only to find out there were so many people that had to serve me. There were so many people that also believed in me.
Yeah.
And Les Brown, you once said, as much as you work hard and you believe in yourself, you still need that ultimate one person that can open a door for you. And for me, I got so many great mentors. I got such a great team.
Yeah.
So there are challenges because it's not always glitz and glam. Yeah.
But so many congratulations are also in order because you've won so many awards. Why don't you tell us about some of them? I know it's hard to sometimes rest on your own laurels, but it's not boasting in this case because we are so proud of you and you deserve them.
Absolutely. I mean, Forbes 30 under 30 most promising entrepreneurs in Africa.
Brilliant.
It was quite big for me. I've won awards from the US, the BBQ awards. The list is endless, But for me, I always say you measure success by the impact impact that you are able to have in your communities.
Yeah.
Obviously, to get such awards, you get more motivated, more inspired, but also
Yeah.
it opens so many doors. So you can
Yeah.
go back and serve so many young people.
Yeah.
But Forbes was quite big.
Forbes was huge. Now, but speaking about opening doors, what was it
Yeah.
like when you opened President Cyril Ramaphosa's door? What kind of work did you do with him?
No, he's been a great mentor. He's a leader.
Amazing.
I had the honor to work with his foundation, to empower young people about leadership, possibilities. I'm such a great man
Yeah.
that I respect so much. And yeah, sometimes you learn, you observe, and also you go and implement and become better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you are such a great man, and we respect you so much. Thank you so much for being here and
Thank you
sharing
for
your
having
pearls of
me.
knowledge.
All right, I'm humbled.
Enjoy full fruit flavor in Ceylon or green tea varieties of Manhattan iced tea. Made with love by Clover.
Now join us tomorrow as I'll be coming to you live from Santon City for the Shop Manhattan shopping style experience. Now we've got 3 of the 5 winners that have an incredible opportunity to finally spin their grand prize. I'm so excited for it. And in on the excitement, of course, is some of South Africa's biggest personalities like blogger and influencer Thick Leonce, one of my favorites, and 5FM radio DJ Tando Tabete. Now the question is, will they shop till they drop? If you want to find out and join in on the fun, do join me in Santon City. I will be on my social media and letting you know exactly where you can find us. But for all of our viewers around South Africa, you can tune in to Afternoon Express at 4:30 on SABC3.
He has recently been bestowed with a Lifetime Achievement Award, as well as the Silver Order of Ikamanga for his contribution to the field of music. Today, multi-award-winning musician Sipho Hotstix Mabuse joins us in studio to tell us more about his integral role in the newly built Old Mutual Amp Studios, nestled in the heart of Johannesburg's Newtown Junction. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So wonderful to have you here. Now, 55 years in the music business. That is outstanding. What do you think is the secret to longevity in an industry as up and down like this?
I wish I could say there was a secret. Frankly, there is none. Because if I were to tell people that there's a secret for longevity, I'd probably be being dishonest about it.
Yeah.
I had not planned and I had not imagined that 50 years down the line, I'd still be doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I think most importantly is that I have tried my level best to be as honest,
Yeah.
as committed to what I was doing. Because naturally, I actually wanted to be a lawyer.
Did you really?
I wanted to be a lawyer. I didn't want to be a musician.
Yeah.
But also, there are quite a number of things that would impact on one's life
Yeah.
and change how you change your trajectory.
Yeah.
And I found myself being a musician.
Did you ever start studying? Or like,
Well, I was at high school.
Yeah.
And I didn't even decide to drop out.
Yeah.
It was just, it was just fate.
Yeah.
Everything happened, suddenly, and we were popular as a band, and we started touring everywhere. Little did we realize that we had stopped going back to school. and when we
Well, you were in the school of
when
life,
we're
for sure.
supposed to be writing our matric, there we were somewhere in Malawi and Zambia and stuff, and well, everything just happened as we went along. But of course, given that we had stopped going to school and studying
Yeah.
for what we really would have wanted to be, we had to make a decision.
Yeah.
I had to make a choice to say, look, this is the only way now that I have. And I had to commit myself to ensuring that it works.
Yeah.
And thank God, with luck, it did.
And it turned out very
It turned
well
out
for you.
very well.
You know, I believe in life, if you've got passion and if there's something that you want, never hold anything too tightly.
Yes.
Because then it becomes too much of a hunger, too much of a need for you. Where do you think, because it was something that you slipped into,
Yes.
that it became, that the passion grew for you?
Absolutely, absolutely, it did. And I had always told people that I'm afraid, I'm scared of failure.
Yeah.
And I know it is possible. However, let me fail having tried.
Yeah.
Ensuring, more especially in South Africa, because it's not a country where we dearly appreciate the arts to a level where we think people can develop into people of stature and make music. Unless, of course, you've traveled overseas, America, England, and so on, where people feel, wow, you've made it now. You know, and it was a very difficult journey, and I still think it's a journey which I enjoy, but at the end of it, it was more about commitment, you know, being passionate and, you know, being there all the time and being respectful. Don't believe the hype.
Not believing your own hype. That's brilliant advice. And I think it's, I mean, the saddest thing for me about when you look at artists and musicians is that the only passion and the only interest is creating beautiful work. And yet you've still got to create the money around it, which becomes a problem. What separates those who make it and those who don't?
I always advise many young people and say to them, look, guys, at the end of the day, you are a brilliant artist, but you may not necessarily be a brilliant economist, you know, or a great manager. Find some people that you can work around, people that have the same passion as you, people that love what you do, and people that have a great relationship with you, so that whatever is developed within that space, it's, you know, it's shared amongst all of you. You know, you share a passion, and that way you love each other, and then you grow. And I've been privileged to have had, you know, people around me. I mean, I had Peter Gallo at Gallo, I had Dennis Kuzen, I had Ivor Harberger. These people have always advised me, you know. And Peter Gallo would always say to me, Sipho, when you make money, there is always this saying, plant a penny and watch it grow. And I've never forgotten that advice. And as I grew and developed as an artist, I found a great manager in Cape Town, someone who was a student at university. If I have to mention him, you know, Martin Myers, for instance.
I love Martin. I've known him for years. He's extraordinary.
We created this great relationship that I doubt if Martin had not been there, I would have been in the better space as I am in today. And thankfully,
what a great thing to say for somebody.
We've worked together and made things happen all the time.
And now there's the AMP Studios, which is going to, and the AMP, you know, that's incredible. Do you often think of how, if your life would have been different if things like that were on offer when you started your career?
I do. I strongly believe that if we had such opportunities, things would probably have turned out differently. And of course, you know, AMP Studios is not only about, you know, recording and making music. I think they run programs that are educational for young people to develop into different musicians than, you know, the older generation, because the older generation was not schooled in this kind of situation. So AMP Studios have taken it upon itself to ensure that when young people come into the industry, they already understand what the challenges and the benefits would be of them getting involved in the music industry.
Well, Hot Stix, you are a remarkable, astute gentleman. It is such an honor for me to be interviewing. Thank you so much for being here today. So the innovative Old Mutual Amped Icon Studio Hub will be more than just a recording studio. It'll also be an opportunity to learn from legendary artists like Sipho Hotstix Mabuse. So we will eagerly be following what's happening and sharing it with you right here on Afternoon Express, because we love innovation so much. So after the break, we check out the specs of the LG Smart ThinQ, and we also meet all-round musician Jabzz Dimitri to chat about his latest work. So connect with us online and tell us what band name you would give Coolie Chana and Sipho Hotstix Mabuse if they had to start one. So remember to use the Afternoon Express hashtag. We'll be back after this.
say summer days, ever seasons change and people change. What goes up must come down. I guess it's true, all good things do come to an end. They say time goes by as the world is turning. Words of love and birds are burning. All fantasies for all to see. I guess our dreams will all come true right in the end. These words are spoken from my heart. They reach up top and touch the sky. What goes up must come down. I guess it's true, all good things do come to an end. Summer days won't last forever. Clear blue skies, never say never. In space and time, it comes undone. Around the world, we will hear.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, coming to you live from our brand new studio. So over the past few months, we've been featuring LG's incredible smart technology, including the OLED TVs, washing machines, dishwashers, refrigerators. And this week, we are taking a closer look at the LG's innovation that allows home appliances to communicate with each other. It's called Smart Thin Q technology, and it's all controlled with an app on your phone.
Absolutely
Genius.
incredible. Now, there's a concept called IoT, or the Internet of Things. And this is where various applications are able to connect to the internet via Wi-Fi and share data with each other. Now, for instance, when you load washing in your washing machine and the washing is complete, your washing machine will send an automatic notification to your smartphone telling you that it's ready. Or you can set the temperature of your aircon whilst you're still out at the shops. Brilliant.
So that you can put the heater on.
Especially now in these cold winter days. Now, all of this is possible with LG's Smart ThinQ app and connected applications.
LG Smart ThinQ. Better life with IoT.
Absolutely, such incredible work. And you're doing so too. Standing next to me is Jabzz Dimitri. He is making waves, not only in the music industry, but you're also making waves in the foundation that you're giving to. But I want to start off with the music. You've got a cute music video that we want to have a look at. Let's have a look at this.
All right, cool.
What a way to kick off an introduction to Jabzz Dimitri. Now, Jabzz, this song is Rumble in the Jungle.
Rumble in the Jungle. that's
Rumble in the Jungle, that just evokes so much emotion immediately. What's the song about? And tell us about the visuals we just saw.
Well, it's just, just basically celebrating Africa, celebrating African music.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff that I produce. I'm a Afro house producer.
But you haven't always been an Afro house producer. I mean, you started off in law school, and then you had an incredible interaction with Oskido. Tell us about that.
The Oskido thing was actually quite weird because I got a call from a lady, I can't remember her name, and she said, listen, Oskido's giving away studios and sound equipment. I'm like, okay, that's a bit weird.
That's
but anyways,
huge.
Yeah. And a week later, we got invited to a seminar that teaches you about music and the works. So you had to choose between getting a sound system or getting a studio, So I chose to get to get a studio because it's a lifetime. It's
Investment.
a lifetime investment.
And in the same way that you have, or rather, Oskido empowered you, is the same way we're seeing our incredible Sipho Hotstix, Coolie Chana empowering others. And you've decided to take that baton and hand it over again. And you've got an incredible foundation yourself.
Yeah, 057 Homecoming Kids. So it actually comes from an event that we do. It's an annual event that we do on the 26th of December. Actually, Khuli was a part of it last year. He was on the lineup last year. So yeah, that's where the foundation comes from. So what we do is we collect school shoes, or we buy school shoes from the gate takings that we make from the event.
What kind of students do you give to?
Well, we started off with primary school kids. We were giving them school shoes, and then we kind of like moved it up a little bit because of the struggles with the students, their financial struggles.
Absolutely.
So what we do is we give them a cash injection towards their tertiary fees.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's absolutely beautiful. Well, bravo to you. Bravo
Thank you.
to all the people that have come through and are helping in their various communities. You're about to perform, though, These Words,
Yes,
which is
my
your
latest single.
Your latest single.
That's correct.
I feel like this is a first, not only in a brand new studio, but a first on Afternoon Express. So take it away. We want to hear some cool jams on this Wednesday.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Summer days don't last forever. Seasons change and people change. What goes up must come down. I guess it's true, all good things do come to an end. They say time goes by as the world is turning. Words of love and threads are burning. All fantasies for all to see. I guess our dreams will all come true right in the end. These words are spoken from my heart. They reach up top and touch the sky. What goes up must come down. I guess it's true, all good things do come to an end. Summer days won't last forever. Clear blue skies never say never. In space and time, it comes undone. Around the world, we will unite and rise into the sun. They say boundless love is everlasting. Words are spoken, shadows casting on a fantasy for us to see. I know our dreams will all come true right in the end. These words are spoken from my heart. They reach up top and touch the sky. What goes up must come down. I guess it's true, all good things do come to an end. Voices sing together as one. We
a great, great song. Now, the last thing you need to worry about whilst preparing for a big event is your skin. After the break, we chat to the Face of Ponds competition winner 2018, Sipho Hotstix, and she will be sharing her tips on making sure that your skin is at its best for a big event. Then we chat to mega hitmaker and rapper Khuli Chana about his longevity in the music industry.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express in our gorgeous new home. Now, South Africa's favorite skincare brand is looking for their next brand ambassador with the Face of Ponds competition. And to enter, you simply have to go to faceofponds.co.za to upload your photo, bio, and the last 4 digits of your Ponds product barcode. And in order to help you get ready for the next Face of Ponds competition is the 2018 competition winner, and she'll be giving you some tips and tricks.
To wake up with more beautiful skin sounds like a dream, right? Wrong. Something most of us may have never thought of is what our body does when our subconscious is asleep. In terms of our skin, this is its time to repair and heal itself, and an opportunity for you to give it the extra boost it needs. Whenever I get ready for bed, one of the most important things I do is take off all my makeup. This prevents my pores from getting clogged, which would cause oily buildup. But just because I've removed all my makeup, this doesn't mean my skin is really clean. It's important to use a cleanser to remove dead skin and impurities. Next, to nourish my skin, I use a good night cream suited to my skin type. And I'm sure to tie my hair back loosely to stop my hair's natural oils from penetrating my skin while I sleep. Just remember, for true beauty sleep, you need to get at least 6 hours. Let's make flawless effortless. Have you entered to be the next face of Ponds? I am the face of Ponds. Are you?
He was with us at the start of the show, and we've promised him throughout. We've got Coolie Chana with a very beautiful, iconic music video. Take a look at this.
I get it, cause I'm grinding busiku, get paid in the daytime. I'm loving Mudimu cause he makes sure that I get mine on my while you finding, while I'm smiling, while you whining, while you falling, eat the bigger fish I'm frying. Yeah, I said it, looking at me like a drug tested it. I wouldn't test me if I was you, I'm in it. Been talking about 10 to a minute. Got the limit, numb, never see me come, never see me run. R.I.P. DJ.
So one can't mention Motswako and not think about Khuli Chana, the 4-time SAMA award-winning rapper, and he's been able to effortlessly maintain his consistent longevity with the experience of over a decade in the industry. He joins us this afternoon as we discuss the newly established empowering platform for talent known as the Old Mutual Amped Studios. We will forever remember Khuli as the guy who had the whole country chanting,
Damn, that song, man.
It's so catchy. It follows you wherever you go.
Everywhere, till this day. From the petrol attendant, the cashiers, everybody's still like, I'm like, I've got some new songs. You know, but yeah.
But that must be quite cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to be you, I think.
Oh, yes. Right now it is. Right now. I'm in such a... You know, I feel blessed. I'm in such a great position. Been spending some time with Hot Stix Mabuse. I was telling him how, like, you know, sometimes you gotta say things into the universe. I remember, I don't even remember the verse, but I remember in my old material, I rapped about Hot Stix Mabuse.
Amazing.
And here we are, you know?
Do you believe in putting things like that into the universe? And are you very conscious of practicing that?
Yeah. I believe in speaking things into existence. Everything that I spoke about on my first record, I got to tick, I got to live. Yeah.
It's a manifestation. It is so important.
Yeah.
And keeping positive. What do you think has been your edge in staying in the industry so long and staying on top for so long?
Yeah, I would say significance. You know, it's just, I don't really follow the hype.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do because this business is foiled by hype, right?
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's always been significance over success, you know, just creating something that I'm able to give to the next. Yeah.
And believing your own hype is tough because I think you always want to read what critics and what fans are saying about your work.
Yeah.
And then you'll remember the one lousy thing where there's millions of people who are loving you, you're going to remember the negative.
Yeah.
So how do you stay focused and passionate and positive?
Jeez, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, I went through a bit of a dark time when I just wasn't sure if I actually still want to do this, you know? And
we won't let you stop.
No. And I was like, you know, then what you do is that you let that negative stuff actually also fuel you to push harder. You know what I mean? And you also just gotta understand that some people on social media, that's their thing to just put you down. It's their thing. You know what I mean? So. And but you gotta have, geez, you have to be strong. Yeah, you have to stay level-headed. So the same way you treat the buzz when everybody says you are amazing, it's the same way you should, you know, handle the negative stuff. Stay level-headed.
So these Old Mutual studios, I mean, incredible. The Amped Studios, what a genius idea.
Yeah.
So how are you planning on passing on the magic to the next generation of hot musicians?
Geez, man, this space is just like a dream, you know? So imagine free studio time. And this is just not for just young musicians. It's just for everybody who's got something that they're working on and they need the help, you know? Co-working space for the creatives to come in there and just do their thing. Free Wi-Fi, coffee. It's just gonna be like an amazing vibe, you know? So my thing is just gonna be, you know, teaching them everything I know. You know what I mean? And I'm also going in there to learn what they know.
Yeah. So you've got so many awards. You're like the highest paid artist in South Africa. Okay, when you started making money, what were one of your biggest expenses, and do you regret it? What were you doing that for?
I bought an Aston Martin. I think I saw you in the Aston, Jean. And I was like,
yeah,
I don't want
I had
that.
one.
Yeah, I saw you. So I was like, for my 10-year celebration, I bought an Aston. I drove it for about 4 years. And I remember
what a great car.
Remember drove to a dealership and I was like, just take this thing back. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, for me, that was like, you know, it was a motivator, but then again, it started owning me. I just felt like,
Gilded cage.
Yeah, and it was expensive to maintain. Yeah, so that would.
So you're going to be teaching these young musicians not to spend their money on living the hip hop.
I'm going to say, yo, you make enough money to buy one,
Yeah.
but learn how to manage debt.
Yeah.
And learn how to double your dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. We're looking
Thank you,
forward to the
G.
performance a little bit later.
Yeah.
My favorite musician, and of course somebody must have told him that leopard is my favorite color. So we have no doubt that the music stars of today are set to uplift, guide and mentor the rising stars of tomorrow through the Old Mutual Amped Icon Studio Hub. So after the break, this is going to be so amazing. Coolie Chana, Sipho Hotstix, and I mean, they're going to be showing us why they are the kings of music with a riveting performance. You can still connect with us online and tell us what band you would give Khuli Chana and Sipho Hotstix if they had to start one. And remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express when you comment. We'll see you after this for one of the best performances ever.
Let's do it.
One, two, one, two, one, two. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. One, two. One, two. Two. I've been watching you. If you ever wondered what happens when mess around with all the guys, let me tell you one more time. You're gonna burn out all my love. 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 Oh, yo. Yeah, yeah. Here's a link. Let's read a link.
welcome back to Afternoon Express, where we have given exactly what we promised to deliver on: incredible music with incredible musicians. Now, look, I've been to the Amped Icon sessions and studio and hero conversations in Johannesburg, Newtown. Mind-blowing conversations, definitely a topic we need to be engaging in right now as South Africa and as a music industry. Now, if you've ever wondered what happens when you put two musical greats together on one of the most revered tracks in South Africa, well, wonder no more. Khuli Chana adds a flow sicker than silk, and Sipho Hotstix Mabuse's most popular song titled Shikisha. Take it away, gents.
People are dancing in the streets. It's the beginning of a new life. You can turn it up on the radio. Take it. Khuli Chana. Shikisha, 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 shogota, 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 shikisha, 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 shogota, shogota, shogota. In the streets of Nigeria. Oh yeah. Right across the decade. Shut up. It's the beginning of a new day. New day. So turn it up on radio. Stomp your feet to the beat. Feel the heat. Get it. Stomp your feet to the beat. Feel the heat. Get it. Stomp your feet to the beat. Feel the heat. Hey. Stomp your feet to the beat. Feel the heat. Stomp your feet to the beat. Feel the heat. Hey. Hey, hey. Hey. Hey, hey. Oh yeah. Welcome to Afternoon Express. Chilling with an icon living. My name is Coolie Chana, the Motswako originator. Stop one. Stop study number one time. Stop guys. Stop so chiller just for nobody out Kenya just to feel so good. So good. So good. So good. So good. So good. Nobody can handle us cause get stop samaji. Stop one. Stop study number one time. Stop guys. Stop so chiller just for nobody out Kenya just to feel so good. So good. So good, feels good, feels so good, so good. Nobody can handle us cause we. Oh yeah, Sipho Hotstix Mabuse. Shout out to Toto on the keys. Oh shigisha, 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 oh shigisha, 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 shogota, 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 shigisha, 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 shogota, 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 shigisha, 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 shogota, 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 let's go. Hey. Hey, hey.
Love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.